This lesson is based on the personnel part of Good Manufacturing Practices, also known as GMP. GMP is a system for ensuring products are consistently produced and controlled according to quality standards. Today we will learn about disease control. This lesson was made following the Code of Federal Regulations and Chapter 3 of the Food Safety Preventive Controls Alliance. This lesson will be taught by the trainer by using the learning tools provided such as PowerPoints, videos, pictures, posters, and worksheets. This lesson will cover topics on how sick people can pass on germs that could become a danger to food, workers, and the consumer. After each unit lesson, there will be an activity worksheet that will help you, as a learner, show what you have learned. The trainer will inform you how and when these lessons will occur according to the company's policies. Please raise your hand if you have any questions or comments at any point throughout this lesson. After this lesson, you will be able to identify signs which are known as symptoms of people that should not be in food processing areas. Symptoms are any physical condition which could be a sign of a disease. Describe how sick people can transfer germs that cause disease to food, food contact surfaces, food processing equipment, food packaging materials, and other people. List ways to control the spread of disease with the correct cleanup process. The learner should note, key terms will be defined after the slides are presented to clarify any technical words or vocabulary. How do we get sick from food? Let's take a look. Firstly, a person feels sick. Next, the sick person contaminates the food by handling or touching it. Then, the contaminated food is eaten by another person. Now, a second person is sick. Lastly, sick people in food processing facilities can result in outbreaks of foodborne illness. Foodborne illness, also known as food poisoning, is any disease caused by eating contaminated foods or beverages. Let's look at this example. In this scenario, Bert woke up sick. Bert has symptoms of fever, stomach cramps, nausea, diarrhea along with chills. Bert treated his illness with store-bought medicine. However, he still went to work sick at Safe Foods Processing Facility, which supplies food to restaurants and caterers. Although Bert vomited in the parking lot, he still worked his shift hoping that the medicine he took would cure his symptoms. Now, let's look at this wedding reception scenario. Guests of a wedding ate potato salad made by Safe Foods Processing Facility that was served by the caterer at the reception. 8 hours after the wedding reception, 14 guests got sick, including children and older adults. The sick people had stomach pain, fever, vomiting, and diarrhea. The wedding guests all suffered from the same foodborne illness, also known as food poisoning. What is the missing link? Is it Bert and the Safe Foods Processing Facility? Why do food workers ignore their symptoms and still work sick? Some reasons may be they don't think that they're sick enough to stay home. They think it's okay to work sick. Everyone does it. They are afraid to lose their job or be short on their paycheck. Going to work sick is a reason people can get fired or dismissed from work. As a worker, it is important to report any symptoms of disease to your supervisor to avoid passing on your illness to food and to other workers. The most common symptoms of foodborne illness or food poisoning are diarrhea and or vomiting. Other symptoms might include cramping, nausea, sore throat with fever, headache, tiredness, dark urine, which could be a sign of dehydration, blood or pus and poop, and jaundice. While many people with foodborne illness believe they got it from the last meal they ate, this is not always true. Signs of foodborne illness can begin as early as 30 minutes after eating food or having drinks that have been contaminated or infected by germs. More commonly, signs that you have a foodborne illness start 1 or more days after eating food that was contaminated. Foodborne illness mostly lasts a few days in healthy people, but can be more dangerous for people who have medical problems or weakened immune systems, such as children, older adults, pregnant women, and people with long-term disease such as cancer or HIV. Sick food workers must report information about their health to the person in charge because of the possibility of passing on germs to food they are handling or to other workers. Reporting this information will reduce the risk of passing on germs that cause foodborne illness or disease to others and to food. This video demonstrates using chlorine bleach as a disinfectant. Disinfectant solutions are used to kill germs and need specific amounts of concentrated solution mixed with water. Disinfectants may have different time requirements to be effective. You must follow the label instructions for the disinfectants available at your workplace. Let's watch this video that describes the situation of a person sick with norovirus at home.
Norovirus is a germ that spreads quickly and easily from a sick person to others. It causes vomiting and diarrhea that come on suddenly, often before you can get to a bathroom. If you get sick from norovirus, you might splatter drops of vomit or poop from many feet in all directions. Norovirus symptoms can strike any time, any place. You could be at the fair or out shopping. It's extremely important to clean up the entire area immediately after you vomit or have diarrhea so others don't get norovirus. Cleanup must be thorough to not miss any drops of vomit or poop that can't be seen. Here's how to clean up after someone vomits or has diarrhea. Step 1. You don't want norovirus to get on your hands or in your mouth while cleaning up vomit and poop. Protect yourself. Put on disposable gloves and a mask if you have one. Step 2. Wipe up vomit and poop with paper towels and put them in a plastic trash bag. Step 3. Pour bleach cleaner on all surfaces that may have vomit or poop on them. Leave the bleach on surfaces for at least 5 minutes. You can use a chlorine bleach cleaner or make your own by adding 3/4 cup of bleach to 1 gallon of water. Step 4. Clean all surfaces again with hot water and soap. Step 5. Remove your disposable gloves, throw them away, and take out the trash. Step 6. Remove and wash all laundry that may have vomit or poop on them with hot water and soap. Step 7. Wash your hands with soap and water and call it a job well done. Help squash norovirus. Always clean up the entire area immediately after someone vomits or has diarrhea. Learn more at cdc.gov/norovirus.
Norovirus is an example of a foodborne illness that spreads quickly and easily from a sick person to others. Norovirus symptoms include germs that can spread easily. Vomit and diarrhea come on suddenly. Splatter from vomit and poop can make others sick. Actions that need to be taken are: separate sick person from food contact area immediately. Complete cleanup is very important to stop the spread of illness. When cleaning up vomit or poop, a disinfecting solution must be used to kill germs. You can use a chlorine bleach to make a disinfecting solution by adding 3/4 cup of bleach to 1 gallon of water. Bleach is available at different concentrations, so be sure to follow the label instructions to mix correct concentrations for disinfecting solutions. In the case of an accident, remove any contaminated food. Block off contaminated area from other workers to reduce the spread of contamination. Set up a physical barrier, such as cones and signs, to block off the contaminated area. The biohazard symbol is used to warn people that a container such as a bag, box, or bucket may have materials that can cause disease or harm their health. When disposing of materials that have been contaminated with blood, vomit, or poop, it is important to use containers with the biohazard symbol to warn others that the stuff inside is contaminated with something that can make them sick. When cleaning up blood spills, there are many different biohazard spill kits available to food processing companies. These kits may contain different materials used for cleanup. Kits may contain disposable gloves, personal protective equipment such as masks and gowns, red biohazard bags, disposable absorbent towels, disinfectant or disinfectant wipes, and step-by-step instructions. When there's an accident, workers must know what to do if a food product touches blood or an open wound. Blood may be infected with dangerous diseases. Here we see an example of an injured worker. What to do if blood touches a food product? Step 1. Remove injured person and treat wound or notify a supervisor. Step 2. Separate the food product that was touched or may have touched any blood. Step 3. Dispose of the product in a biohazard bag. Step 4. Correctly clean up blood spill area with the cleanup equipment used for blood spills. Let's take an in-depth look at how to clean up in case of an accident. Step 1. Protect yourself. Wear personal protective equipment. This includes gloves, masks, gowns, or smocks that are put on before a task to prevent the wearer from being contaminated by vomit, poop, or blood. It is often called PPE for short. Step 2. Wipe up vomit and poop with paper towels and put them in a plastic biohazard bag. Step 3. Pour disinfecting solution on all surfaces that may have vomit, blood, or poop. Soak as instructed on the label. Step 4. Wipe up solution with paper towels and clean all surfaces again with hot water and soap. Step 5. Throw away used gloves and other PPE in a biohazard bag. Remove garbage immediately. Step 6. Wash all clothing that could be contaminated. Step 7. Wash your hands correctly with warm water and soap. Once the area has been properly cleaned, all non-disposable cleaning materials such as mops and brushes need to be disinfected by soaking them with a disinfecting solution and leaving them to air dry. Warning: the next slide shows cuts, blood, and other skin injuries that are graphic in nature. There are other conditions that you should report to a supervisor to prevent the spread of disease. If a food worker has any kind of boil, open skin sore, infected wounds, or open cuts and wounds, they must not be allowed to work until it is healed or is covered by an improved waterproof bandage. This precaution is to stop any germs from passing to food, food contact surfaces, or food packaging materials. A worker may not work if they have not properly covered the lesion. Remember to cover any open lesion. Hands, wrists, or exposed portions of the arms must have an impermeable or waterproof cover, such as a finger cot, and a disposable glove over the impermeable cover. Impermeable cover or bandage. Waterproof coverings that do not allow liquids, gases, dirt, or other materials to pass from one side to the other. Keep in mind that new or healing tattoos, piercings, and any burn injuries must be properly covered until healed as well. There are other ways of contaminating food and food contact surfaces that many people do without thinking. These include simple actions such as wiping or touching your face, touching a pimple or an infected wound, or blood from a wound. Washing your hands and changing your gloves can control contamination and keep everyone safe. During this lesson, we have learned how disease control plays a big role in food processing. Let's review why and how to prevent the spread of disease. In this lesson, we learned how we, as workers, can pass on diseases if we are sick. We learned how we must stay at home if we are sick, and learned of symptoms we should report to our supervisors to prevent the potential spread of disease. We learned the proper steps to take in case of an accident, and how to correctly clean up after. We learned how we must cover any open lesions, including new or healing tattoos, with impermeable covers before we can start or resume work. Finally, we learned even simple actions may lead to the spread of disease.